we're going to be adding the vectors on the left-hand side, and we're going to put the answers on the right-hand side. Now, two things that you want to keep in mind are that in order to add vectors, you want to make sure that you're keeping two things unchanged. That is the direction of each vector and the magnitude. Now, the only way the direction of the vector is going to change is if there's a subtraction symbol. And if you look at these first two, there's one right here. And so we're still going to keep adding vectors in mind, but we're going to take care of this negative by manipulating the vector. Now, there are other videos that show you different ways of doing this, but this is just one way. And this definitely aligns to the delta math problems that I gave you last week. So let's start off by doing example 1. So what we really want to do here is we want to take this expression we have u minus v and actually turn it to plus. And the only way we could do that is if we continue to pay respect to the negative and actually give it to the v vector, right? It's the symbol that is in front of vector v. So with that being said, we actually don't want to have v anymore. We want to have negative v to start off. So if we go to the graph on the left-hand side, all we're going to do with this vector is to flip it. Now, obviously, I didn't flip it right on top of it because remember that it's the same vector, so as long as it has the same length or magnitude and it's the same direction. But obviously here, we're changing its direction by applying the negative of it, right? So it flips and it goes in the opposite direction. So with that being said, all we have to do now is leave our vector u where it's at and then apply v to it. Now, obviously, u is kind of closer to the edge, so I'm just going to move it like one square. Now, all you have to do is just keep it essentially the same length or the same magnitude. So try not to, make it all that perfect, but do maintain the same length and same direction. So that's my u, right? And then now I need to add my negative v to it. So I'm just literally going to take that negative v vector and then draw it. And I believe it was 3 square units, and it's right there. So to really add it, though, we're going to need to connect the starting vector, meaning where we started with, and then to that ending vector, that vector v that we moved. So as long as you keep it in that order, you should be fine, okay? So let's go back, choose a different color. So u is where we started. We started with u, right? And then we moved v, and that's kind of like where it ended at. So remember, another way to think about it is we moved u, but then we added v to it, and that's that extension. So it ends here, really. And so then we want to take this vector u plus v, or u plus negative v, and then kind of start from this end and finish it at the head of negative v. Now, I did put v there. It should have been negative v. And then we're done. So this part right here is called u plus negative v, right? I'm already forgetting about the negative part. And that's it. We're done. So pause the video, try the other two, and I'm going to go ahead right now and finish those up so that you can hopefully end up with the same solution. So let's go with it. Pause it and then continue. So here are the solutions for the next two. U minus v, so I'm going to go ahead and look at it as u plus negative vector v. And then we want to go ahead and just literally switch it. So that's about 1, 2, 3, 4. That's kind of diagonally kind of weird. So I'm just going to go ahead and trace it. It's not supposed to be perfect, but it should do the job. Right there. That's negative v. That's what we want. And again, I'm going to leave u where it's at. So I'm going to start by drawing u. I'm not going to move it, right? This one has enough space. So it traveled 3 square units, I believe. I think I did one more than I should have. 1, 2, 3, kind of like that, okay? And then I should have moved it. Let's put it over here. I didn't realize the direction of the other vector. Okay, and then negative V is over here. Let's again just keep it the same magnitude. That's about it right. That's negative V. That's U right there. And now let's connect it. Bam. Okay. Could be connected a little bit better, but let's just focus on getting it roughly correct here. And that should be it right there. Last one. This one's much easier. No negative, no flipping. So let's not go on autopilot. Again, just draw your best. I'm going to add U to V. So then that one's about like that. Maybe I drew it a little too long, but it's okay. Let's do our best guess. Try to keep the same direction. Not best guess, but best sketch, rather. That's U. And if we connect these two bad boys, that's V plus U. Sweet. So let me zoom out, and these are all the examples. Hopefully it helps. Do the delta math that requires you to flip the vector and use